ladies and gentlemen, seeing the fact that this afternoon traffic is really starting to get restless and it's just about that time for us to hit the old dusty trail, we might as well bring Music Village for this week and for this month to an emphatic close. But don't worry, if you miss anything from this afternoon delight that we actually gave you in the afternoon for this week, don't worry, we got you covered. Because you can catch this show again one more time, all the time, on our SoundCloud, Facebook, or even Tumblr pages, named the same, only known as Music Village Radio under the hashtag MusicVillage328. And hey, wait a minute, 328 on the 28th? Not bad. Now, if this was March, this would have been perfect. And if you guys want to figure out other crazy and zany things that we still got prepared for these remaining days of this summer of RPG heading directly into the month of sports, like a numerical coincidence that we were able to see on the calendar before the maestro could point it out, you can go ahead and check it out on our Twitter/YouTube pages, still named the same, only known as CWAgent 0012. Which apparently, according to the maestro, is celebrating its 9-year anniversary. What, our Twitter page? Really? Man, a lot of anniversaries this week. Nice! And before we head out for the night, we would like to thank, as always, you the fans out there for listening into this week-ending, month-ending, Big Land Adventure edition of Music Village. And if you guys and gals out there like what you heard, go out there and spread the word. You know what? Like Eisen, after a quick cleanup battle by Velvet during the game Tale of Berseria. Yeah, you know, the PR department knows where I'm going with this, and now they're wearing the cool jacket that Eisen had in the game. Where are you getting this stuff? Apparently Amazon again. And we would also like to thank you, the independent artists out there, for doing that musical goodness like you always do. And keep up the great work, guys. And here's hoping one of you can do a cover of the theme song from Tales of Berseria. And according to the maestro, one of you have already done that, so good job. And speaking of people who are on top of their musical game, we would like to thank our musical guest for this week, not only Valentin Solzhenitsyn with his song The E Major Blues that was featured during the intro for this week's show, but we would also like to thank none other than Technoax with his song The Next Sunset that was featured during this Dungeon Smashing edition of the DJ Smokey's True Video Game Stories. And like always, guys, keep up the great work, and we can't wait to hear what you got coming down the tubes next. And finally, last but not least, we would like to thank you, the independent gamers out there, for coming out with all those sweet, sweet video game hits and clips that we had a chance to mention during this week's show. And like always, guys, keep up the great work and keep those games coming, because we're gonna need them this month, next month, and even 3 months from now. Yeah, we're making sure our bases are covered, so keep those games coming. And I guess with everybody thanked, you guys out there, we go out. I'm DJ Smokey on behalf of the maestro for this summer of RPG for this year for this show, saying, I wish I had power like that. But most importantly, when there's smoke, there's fire. And we'll see you guys next week for another sports crazy month-starting edition of Music Village. But until then, folks, good night, everybody.